Welcome. Today we're going to do a little presentation on how to open a proper bottle of wine at the table. Now, when you take an order for a bottle of wine, you have to remember a couple things. One, be relaxed. This is a little nice presentation for you to do, and B, give a little bit of, we'll say, a little extra service at the table. Whoever orders the bottle of wine, be it the man or the woman, young or old, is the person that you're going to do the presentation to. All right? The first thing you're going to do when you bring up the bottle of wine to the table, and we serve it on a tray service, with tray, napkin, your glass or glasses, your bottle of wine, and your corkscrew. The first thing you're going to do is you're going to present the bottle of wine to them. You're doing this to make sure that you heard him or her correctly, so they can read the label and say to you, yes, that's okay. And that means they're saying to you, yes, that's the bottle of wine that I ordered. Next thing you're going to do, you don't want to use the tray as your little harness. You can if you want to, but it's not that hard to open a bottle of wine without having to have it on a flat surface. Take your wine key and take the knife out of it, bring it to the edge, and there's a little ledge here, well, for lack of a better term, on a bottle of wine. Use that as your guide. You're going to put the key, the knife key, up against your forefinger and use that as pressure. I'm going to just keep it in one position and turn the bottle and let the bottle do the work. And it'll cut you a nice, perfect cut off the foil. Make sure that you've cut it cleanly so there's no foil over the top of the bottle. And then take your corkscrew, and this is where people get a little intimidated, because if you've never used a waiter's tool beforehand, it looks like it's just not going to fit in correctly. But you've got to just turn the bottle to make a right angle for you. The tip of the knife or the tip of the corkscrew is obviously a little bit off. You want to put that in at a right angle. Just pierce it a little bit until you feel it push down into the flesh of the cork. Then you can turn it upright and start turning at the same time. You're going to want to take the corkscrew and turn it all the way down until you see the last spiral. Once you do that, take the bottle, turn it upright, and there's the first little, I call it first little ledge on the corkscrew. You bring that up and you're just going to tilt it. This moves back and forth. It's not in a set position, so you can do it any way that you want to. It's flexible. That's where people get a little bit nervous because they feel like they can't move it around. Move it down and then push it into position. This is going to get your bottle, the corkscrew, coming up, and you're just using leverage now. I hold my hand to the bottle and I keep this part of the corkscrew up against the bottle firmly, and then I pull up as far as I can go. And then I let go. I readjust it, because again, this will move for you until you can get that second ledge in there. Keep your thumb down on it, guide it to the top of the bottle, and then just pull again, and it'll come out easily. That's when you can put the bottle down, take the cork off of the corkscrew, and you present it to the person who ordered the bottle of wine. Now here's just a couple tips after this. You're going to pour about 1 to 2 ounces for the first person, or the person who ordered the bottle of wine. Let him or her taste it. They'll nod their approval or verbally tell you. After that, it doesn't really matter if it's 2 people more at the table or 7 people at the table. Make sure, especially if it's a lot of people at the table, make sure that you only pour a little bit in each glass. You don't want to get around to the end and then you have nothing for the last 2 or last person. If there's 7 people at the table, and then all you have to do is pour about 2 ounces in each one. If there's only 4, well, that's easy. Just pour it about 2/3 to 3/4 in each glass. That's usually what people do, is order a bottle for 4 people. And really that's it. Let people enjoy. It's as simple as that.